These are crispier than your secret sock. If you aren't making your own hash browns after watching this video, now that should be illegal. Let's get into it. Today, we're gonna make cheesy hash browns. Yeah, you heard me right. Now, cooking time for this recipe is only gonna be 4 minutes. Or for those of you who love to follow my beer timer, you're looking at a 1 beer cook. Cheers. Surely a video on breakfast drinking deserves a thumbs up. To make this recipe, we'll need some potatoes, and any potato will do. Peel them, grate them, add that to cold water to remove excess starch, wring them out, get as much of that liquid out of them as possible now, and then place them in a tea towel and squeeze out the excess water, and then place this into a clean bowl. And you will need 2 cups of shredded potato for this recipe. Instead of a tea towel, you could use a cheesecloth to squeeze out the excess water, if you want to be all fancy. Today, we need a flat top grill, charcoal, cast iron pan, or gas top cooker. It doesn't really matter as long as it's flat. Just turn on the liquid charcoal. Liquefied petroleum, just another flavour profile for our food. Carefully place the grill back in. We're going to allow this hot plate to warm up for 5 minutes because we only need a medium heat. If you're going to share this video, don't forget to tag Weber in it. With the hot plate heated, we can add a good splash of oil. So just place the shredded potato on the grill that's at a medium heat. And we're just going to stir this around. We are purely trying to remove as much moisture as possible. Now, after 5 minutes of stirring the potato on the grill and flipping it, we can take it off the heat. We're going to pop it back in the bowl and let it cool down for 5 minutes. Oh, and turn off the barbecue because we won't be needing that for a while. For those that don't know, medium is middle. So not too hot, not too cold. Look, I know it can get a bit complicated. It's okay, it's science. The shredded potato is ready to use, so we can add some seasoning to it. Add to the 2 cups of shredded potato, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/4 cup of shredded tasty cheese, a tablespoon of plain flour, and a tablespoon of corn flour. And that is a secret to the crispiness that we're going to get off our hash browns. Now we just need to mix up all of the ingredients to combine them thoroughly. And you can either raw dog it with your hands or, like me, use a bit of protection. Did you know there's a link in the comments to help support this channel? Now you do. Now we can start forming the hash browns. Now just grab a small ball of the mixture and we're just going to press it into a shape that you want. I try not to make mine any thicker than 10 millimeters. Or while cooking, the outside will become really crispy, but the inside will stay soggy. Some might even say, moist, smut. Now the great thing about these is you can make a big batch and you can freeze them. Just place them into a container lined with some baking paper. And also place a layer of baking paper between the layers of hash browns, and that way they won't stick together when freezing. But you will have hash browns on hand anytime you want them. In America, they're laying claim to inventing hash browns, and no one really cares. In Australia, all we invented was Wi-Fi, cochlear implants, ultrasound scanners, the electric drill, Google Maps, even spray on skin for burn victims. But woohoo, look at us, we invented frying shredded potato. We need the grill again. Do you remember how to heat it up? Good. Once it's warmed up to a medium heat, we need to oil it up like a Las Vegas bachelor's party.
Me and I am oiled up and ready to go.
And placing your newly invented cheesy hash browns on the grill. We are going to allow these to crisp up and become all golden before flipping them. Now that should take around 2 minutes, but it really depends on how hot your grill is and how hot your oil is. And when it is time to flip, flip away from you to avoid any of the oil splashing on you. Now once they're all cooked and golden and crispy, remove them from the heat and we're going to lay them on some unused paper towel to drain off the excess oil. Now I find using unused paper towel more sanitary. But what would I know? I'm just a guy wearing glasses and holding a clipboard. Perfectly crispy on the outside and still moist on the inside. Smart.